guys, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. As you can tell by the title of the video, I will be talking about buying refurbished from Apple. I know a lot of people are skeptical when it comes to buying refurbished in general because it's a complete risk. You're either going to get a bomb product for the price or you're going to get a horrible product for that price. But nonetheless, it is an experience. So in this video today, I'll be talking about my experience of buying refurbished from Apple. Is it worth it? Is it worth the price? Are you getting a reliable product? What's that experience like buying refurbished from Apple? And all the stuff in between. So if you're interested, just keep watching. So for me personally, I've bought refurbished from Apple twice. I've bought two MacBooks, actually two MacBook Airs, and I'm gonna pretty much be sharing my experience. That's the basis of this video, my experience. So throughout me talking about my experience, I will be giving you guys some tips and tricks and things like that throughout the video that may help you in your decision of whether or not you should buy refurbished from Apple or not. Okay, so let's go. So like I said, I have bought refurbished from Mac twice. The first purchase that I made was a MacBook Air 11-inch, and here it is right here. I put my little sticker on here. It says Faith, and I bought a cute little cover for it, and I used it literally to death. And it's not even dead yet. So just to go ahead and get things out of the way, I do highly recommend buying refurbished from Apple for several reasons. But for my first time purchase buying from Apple, I was very skeptical. At first I was looking at just straight out a brand new computer, but then someone told me that I should look at the refurbished section. And so immediately I was a little bit hesitant, but I took it upon myself to talk to a representative. I chose the route of talking to one online. There's like this online chat thing that they got on the website. And of course you can call or you can go to an Apple store and get help. But I just thought a chat would probably be best for me. It was convenient or whatever. So me and the chat guy was talking. At this time I was a sophomore in college, so pretty much what I needed a computer for was to do like regular college work. I also needed to download some software for like certain classes and leisure stuff like web browsing, Netflix, things like that. At the time I wasn't a YouTuber, so I wasn't like doing any hardcore editing. So really I specifically just needed it for college and leisure. And so I told these things to the MacBook specialist. He actually asked me, what exactly are you looking for in a computer? And that's something that you also need to assess for yourself as well. Make sure you know what exactly you want out of the computer. And that kind of tells you what type of computer you should get from Mac, whether it's the MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro, the regular MacBook, whatever. That'll kind of narrow down your search. So I told him all of that information, and he was like, okay, it looks like you may not even need a MacBook Pro. It looks like you probably just need a MacBook Air. And so I was like, okay. At first I was just looking at the regular MacBooks, but he told me a MacBook Air, and he was like, it's pretty affordable. A lot of college students gravitate towards that computer because it's like the medium between a MacBook and a MacBook Pro. So I started to look at the MacBook Airs, but before I did that, I did ask him about buying refurbished, and he said, well, pretty much, yeah, I recommend you to go and look at the refurbished section because one, is super affordable, and two, you're pretty much protected under a refurbished Mac. So they have this like protection warranty. Once you buy refurbished from Mac or from Apple, your computer is protected over a year. So if something was to happen to the computer within the year span, then you can take it back to an Apple store and they will, I don't know if they'll give you another one, but they'll probably doctor on it again or what have you. I'll leave a link to the website that clearly displays all that information. I don't know it right off the top of my head, but I do know like they have these different protections set in place for you specifically. So yeah, that's very good to know, and I was immediately, I don't want to say relieved, but that did kind of help me decide whether or not I was going to buy refurbished. So I did, and this computer was such a heaven sent. Like, oh my gosh, this computer went through so much. Like, I would have Netflix running in the background, and then I would be doing some work on the internet, and then I would have like college stuff up, and then at some point throughout my college career, I got into YouTube. And so I was doing a lot of YouTube editing, and I would have all of this stuff running, and the computer never failed me. I never got the death beach ball that everyone dreads when they have a Mac or Apple product. Everything was just perfect with this computer. The only thing is that it was a MacBook 11-inch, so which means that it's the smallest computer that I think they've ever offered, which means that it's pretty darn small. And as a college student, that was something that I could get used to. It wasn't anything that was just like, oh, I cannot stand this computer because it's too small. It was an Apple product. It was very reliable, so I got past it. But after graduating college, which was this year in May 2018, I just outgrew the computer. So that's the only reason why I bought a new computer. That's the only reason. This computer still works wonderfully. I'm actually looking to sell it. So if you are on the market for a new Apple product or a new MacBook, then hit me up. But yeah, this computer was absolutely wonderful. There's nothing wrong with this computer. And the only reason why I bought a new one was because it was just small. I had outgrew it. I was ready to kind of get serious with YouTube, especially after graduation, having time to do it. So I bought this one. And this is the MacBook Air 13-inch. And as you can tell, it's a lot bigger. Let me see. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. But both of them do just about the same thing. This is the MacBook Air 13-inch, and this is the June 2017 edition. I'm not sure if they have a June 2018 edition yet, but this was the latest one when I bought it, and I bought it in May, and it's July. So yeah, it's just as good, you guys. It has not given me any problems whatsoever. It's amazing. It handles everything I need. At this point, I'm not in college right now, so the only things that I have going on is my YouTube editing and my leisure, and it's perfect. And it was refurbished. So when I bought this computer, my second computer, I decided to talk to another rep, and he also assured to me, this is like almost like verbatim what he said. I don't have the conversation anymore, but he was like, 9 times out of 10, we are very confident when it comes to things that we, refurbish on, we place out there on the market. So if we're going to work on a refurbished product, Apple places those on the website in confidence. So it's not to just sell you a faulty product. And to back up their confidence, they also have a 1-year warranty on the MacBook laptop. Although you're buying refurbished or whatever, and they put this computer on the market, they are very confident that it won't give you problems, and just in case it does, for whatever reason, they have that 1-year warranty. So I feel like that's kind of comforting in a way. You're getting a refurbished product, buy it doesn't work in your favor, you just take it back to Apple, I guess. Like I said, I'll put the link down below that displays all of that information as far as the procedure and what you should do if your computer messes up. But they offer that. So there's really no negative aspect to buying refurbished from Apple. I would just highly say do your research when it comes to the computer that you are specifically wanting, whether it's a MacBook Pro, an Air, a regular MacBook, an iMac that sits like a desktop, whatever the case may be. Do your research and find out what specifically am I about to use this computer for. Narrow down your search to that specific thing that you're trying to do with the computer, and just go from there. The website does change. So as far as like what's being offered on the refurbished site, they don't have stuff in like stock or in bulk. So say if you see like a MacBook Air 11-inch on there, which is discontinued, by the way, you won't see that on their website. But if you see the MacBook Air 11-inch, that's the one that you need to be getting as soon as possible, because once somebody buys it, if there's not another one listed, you won't have it, so it's kind of like an eBay first come first serve type of thing. You kind of have to act fast. So that is another tip that I suggest. If you see a computer that you have your eye on, kind of work faster rather than slower. Do your research, make sure you want to buy it, but make sure you go ahead and get it before somebody else does. So I do have a clip of me unboxing the second MacBook that I just recently bought. So I'll go ahead and insert that clip here just so you guys can see what it's like straight out of the box. And yeah, let's go ahead and cue the clip. You guys. So here is me unboxing the MacBook Air 13-inch. It comes in a really unappealing box, but the beauty is inside, so that's all that matters. It was packaged and protected very well. You see those 2 cones on the end. I think that's what kept the actual MacBook in place. And this is just an Apple Certified Refurbished sticker letting you know that this MacBook was indeed refurbished. So here I'm just peeling back the plastic, trying to get into the physical box so I can see this beautiful computer. And it's just like, ah, it's beautiful, you guys, in person. And it's covered in plastic, and it's actually packaged like how you would if you were to pay full price for the Mac. So I do appreciate that. And it pretty much comes with everything you need. For instance, the actual charger, of course, and then along with the charging cord, there's an extended cord. So say if you want to use your computer from a far distance, you're able to do that. And then it also comes with the infamous Apple stickers that everyone looks forward to. And also like this little quick manual guide telling you how to set up the computer, different types of options, and etc. Peeling back another film of plastic. Here we are about to get into the actual computer. No fingerprints detected, super protected. And from here, I just set up my computer. And it also came with like this foam film for the screen, which was also very cool. And yeah, from that point, I enjoyed my computer. Overall, I do recommend that you buy refurbished from Apple just because there's a greater chance than not that you would get a great product. And with my experience, I've bought refurbished from Mac twice. And I haven't had any issues, and I've had this computer for, I want to say, almost 3 years. I bought it in like 2015, and I never had to use the warranty that was stapled onto this. And with this computer, I haven't had it for over a year, but within the 3 or 2 months that I've had it, it has not given me one problem. So I recommend buying refurbished. I do say do your research, talk to representatives, don't be afraid to ask any questions that you may have, and lay it all out. They are there to help you, so I say use your resources. Also talk to other people that may have bought refurbished. I know there's a lot of forums online that talk about buying refurbished on Apple. I didn't use those per se, but I did find out that there were some forums, so I'll try and link those down below as well. And yeah, there's nothing, just give it a go, give it a try. Now this is for Apple specifically. I never buy from a third party, but I just buy from Apple specifically. So this is the advice I give you for Apple.com, not for BestBuy.com, who happens to sell Apple. So yeah, that just about wraps up this video. I really do hope that it was helpful to you. If it was, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up because it helps me out a lot and lets me know that you guys like what you see. And also, if you like what you see, make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with the lovely content that I create for you guys. Also, I'm open to doing a lot more tech related videos just because I'm kind of getting to the groove of things. So if you want to see more tech based videos, also make sure you comment down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!